What are you doing?
Dancing? What are you doing? Not dancing, that's what! Hey everybody, welcome back. This weekend is 4th of July! Yay!
America!
So we were thinking about what we should do today, and we actually thought instead of doing, your basic like pies and stuff like that, we're gonna do something a little bit different, a little bit more on the historic side of things.
History.
Yes. So what are we doing today, Jennifer?
The first thing that we're going to make today are molasses cookies. These have been around since like the late 1800s. They're basically an offshoot of your normal gingerbread cookies. It's just with a little bit more molasses in it. Molasses, if you don't know, is like a thick syrup type thing that they had around back then. So back then, as we know, they didn't have a whole lot of things to eat. So a lot of things that the colonists would eat would depend on where they came from, like their native country, and then where they landed in America. Because they brought a lot of their own recipes, cooking methods, supplies, and then also learned a lot from the Native Americans that
We're already here.
Yes. Their diets were pretty simple because they didn't have a whole lot. They didn't have a lot of the processed foods that we have nowadays. So their breakfast is typically just like bread and milk. Their dinners were the most elaborate meals that they had for the day, which was typically around early afternoon, late afternoon. And that would be like all their pudding, bread, meat, fruits, pickles, cheese, all that good stuff there. Supper was kind of like breakfast, as later on in the evening it would be your like small like bread or milk or stuff like that. For snacks they had fruits, and all luxuries were like the butter, spices, sugar, coffee, tea, and chocolate. So first we're going to preheat the oven to 375. So we had our butter out and softening. We're going to use 3/4 butter. We're going to take our large bowl. Alright, and go ahead. We're going to cream that
By itself?
by itself until light and fluffy. Alright, and now we are going to add in 1 egg and the molasses.
The whole egg?
The whole egg. Shells this time, right? Right?
Right. It was not a shell, it was a yolk. How do I get yolk out of the egg white?
I got eggshells in there.
And then molasses.
And then molasses.
Look at how thick that is.
I think I've only ever had molasses something once before. That's alright. So we'll see how these ones do. And then we're gonna mix this well until fully incorporated, and then we're gonna add all of our dry ingredients after that. Let's add in our dry ingredients, and we're just basically gonna just dump it in. So I have sugar. That's 3 cups of sugar.
6 cups flour.
And let's mix this first before we add the spices.
That's a lot of dough.
It is a lot of dough. I mean, they basically baked once a week because baking took forever. In fact, like, they had, what was it, like the home brick ovens that they would have either inside the home or outside, and you had to basically just light a fire inside of like the structure.
So would they look like what people make pizzas in?
Yeah, like those things, because those are home brick ovens, or well, yeah, those are brick ovens. And so they light the fire inside, and then they would have to like stir the fire every so often, and like even push the fire like to certain areas to like
get it baked well,
basically to keep an even temperature.
Oh.
So like sometimes our recipes will say like, oh, make sure you rotate it, but like back then they would have to like shove everything around.
Oh, that's crazy.
Constantly. And then take like about 3 to 5 hours just to get to preheat your oven. Whereas ours is like, oh, it's 20 minutes, like I can't, like why is it not preheated yet? No, like 3 to 5 hours.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
You really had a plan baking.
You really did. History.
So this is the baking powder?
Yeah.
And we had 1 tablespoon. And then
1 tablespoon.
Baking soda is the same, right? 1 tablespoon. Brown sugar. We're using brown sugar instead of cinnamon, as you know or may not know. Jennifer's allergic to cinnamon, so brown sugar is a good substitute. So we have 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and then we have ginger, which is
1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon. And then we have, I can't tell with these stuff. I think this is allspice.
The allspice was the darker one.
Is it?
This is allspice.
This is ground cloves, which was a
3/4
teaspoon.
And then this is half a teaspoon allspice.
And the last one is 1.5 teaspoons of nutmeg. I said, excuse me, nutmeg.
What? What?
Do we beat this or do we just stir it?
Beat until smooth. That turned off, by the way.
Oh.
So now we are gonna get messy because we're gonna shape these into 1-inch balls and then roll in the sugar and then put about 2 inches apart on the ungreased baking sheets. So grab a sheet and bring that on over.
Wait, so how much is 1 inch?
Ah!
So not like that.
Before you touch your hands, because what I didn't do, grab the
You touch your hands.
before you dirty your hands.
This? Yes. Okay.
And spray your hands with that.
Oh, okay.
Can you get that in my hand?
Is this just how it's, this is how big it's supposed to be?
It's roughly 1 inch, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And then just
No, roll it in the sugar.
roll it in the sugar.
So it helps to spray your hands with cooking oil before touching things that are sticky. You can also use flour. We've done that before. The only problem with flour is that it leaves flour traces everywhere. Love of my life.
Yes.
I need you to spray my hands again, please.
My hands are dirty though.
They are? Oh, dang it. My tray's done.
I just have 2 more. It's not a race, Jennifer. It's not a
because I already
competition.
won, says a sore loser.
I didn't say anything. I mean, it's not a competition. I thought you said you were done, liar.
I'm adding more dough to this one that was on my hands already.
She's a liar. Oh my god. Dios mío. Oh my god, I can't even make this into a ball. Ugh. What the actual fuck? Like, it's not letting me. Hello? Why don't you shape? Oh my god, can you just spray me real quick? This is going nowhere. Thanks. And that's the last one of this batch too.
We got like 1/4 of the way through it, maybe? Maybe?
I don't fucking know how I'm gonna make this work.
Like that?
Oh my god! Okay, putting them in the oven for how long?
9 to 11 minutes, so 10 minutes.
Oh, we're almost out of dough. Look at that. I think this is gonna be the last batch. So this is like about 6 batches.
6 batches.
So what's 6 times 12? 36?
Yeah. No.
42?
72?
Is it? Oh, I didn't put sugar on this one. I was too busy mathing wrong. Did you set the timer?
Oh shoot, no. I forgot you didn't know how.
So let's try this out. I already just got 2 little pieces.
This one's still warm. Oh.
These are so good.
That sugar coating on the outside, marvelous touch.
So it's a molasses sugar cookie.
I guess. I don't know, it was just called a molasses cookie. But we got it from Taste of Home. The nice thing about it is that it's not too sweet. So if you're not a big fan of sweets, this is still like right up your alley because you still get that kick of like spices in the back of your throat, but it's not overwhelming. Now, if you were to use cinnamon, we don't know how that would have played out.
I mean, I feel like it would taste probably the same because of the brown sugar we used as a substitute instead of the cinnamon. So I think it would just taste a little bit of cinnamony.
Say that 5 times fast.
Nah. So that was cookies that you can possibly make for your barbecue this weekend. All you have to really get is the molasses, and they're really good. We highly recommend. But we do have
eating.
And we do have another bake that you can also bring. No, it's not a pie. It's actually a pound cake. So we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. Alright, so now we have all the ingredients for the pound cake, which we got the recipe from the same website, right? Taste of Home,
yeah.
Okay, so we have all the ingredients here. So it says in a large bowl, cream, butter, sugar until light and fluffy. Add 1 egg at a time, beating well after each addition, and then put the vanilla in. So this is 1 cup butter. We have 2.5 cups of sugar. And then combine those two. And you're alternate putting that in with the buttermilk. You're gonna alternate combining that in here with the buttermilk. So I'm just greasing up the pan here.
Oh, my hand's cramping from holding that bowl.
So we added in the vanilla and mixed in the flour, baking powder, and
Buttermilk.
And floured. We need flour. So just lightly, right?
Yeah. So it said a 10-inch fluted tube pan, but we weren't able to find one at our local store because they didn't have a lot of things still. So we have a 9 by 5-inch loaf pan. And then just pour it in.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Can I use your best friend over here?
Yeah.
How much do I put in here? All of it?
All of it, yeah.
No, like until when? You know how cupcakes, it's like halfway? Cakes are halfway. What about this?
Let's smooth it out right now. Wait! Smooth it out first. I kind of want to stop it here.
So it says bake 325 until toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean, about 70 minutes. Cool in pan for 15 minutes before moving to a wire rack and cool completely. And then dust confectioner sugar if needed. Do we have that? What is that?
Powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar. Why don't they just say powdered sugar?
Because it has 2 different names. 70 minutes.
Which to you will be right now. So now we have our pound cakes. They look bomb.
They do. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Okay, let's do this.
Dude, okay, so this is like perfect because like this we could take to like the barbecue or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this we can just like have for ourselves.
Which we are going to cut into right now.
Yes. See how when you don't have the right equipment and you just improvise, you end up winning? I am so excited. This looks really good.
And we had set aside some strawberries. We just whipped up our whipping cream because that's like our new thing now.
It's so good.
Both bakes today were wins. First one, appetizers, bring that before, while everybody else barbecuing, whatever. Whatever you have at your 4th of July barbecue. If you do that. I don't know, maybe you have a pizza party. Anyways, bring the cookies. Feed everybody beforehand. bring the pound cake as the dessert in the end, and it's solid. Let everybody else like handle the meat or not meat for you vegetarians. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna shut up now.
This is so good. By itself is so good.
It's pound cake. It's versatile.
I seriously can't stop eating it. Like, I'm gonna be so sad when it's all done. But then I look over here, I'm like, fuck yeah. I mean, yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? I mostly just sit
Quiet
there.
on set. All right, guys, that was us. Why are you laughing?
How many times have you said that? All right, guys.
That's just how I do my outro. You want to do it?
No.
Exactly. All right. Anyways, fix my face here. I can't even see it now. Alright guys, so that was us trying to make your 4th of July barbecue a little bit more interesting.
A little bit more historical.
Yes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Check out novelwithbaker.com. That is Jennifer's blog. She's chewing, she can't talk. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.